class. So today we want to take a look at preparation of 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid. Many people find it difficult to prepare acid solution in the chemistry lab. So I want to take it on right away. So for you to prepare 0.1 molar hydrochloric acid, these are the important formula you need to know. First of all, you are going to need the serial dilution formula. So we are going to need the serial dilution formula. So the serial dilution formula is C1V1 is equals to C2V2. Okay, where C1 is equals to our, that is the initial concentration, which is the concentration of stock solution. Okay, concentration of stock solution, that is C1. Then V1 is equals to volume of stock solution, that is V1. C2 is equals to required concentration, then V2 is equals to volume required of solution. So you get to observe that this important formula here, which is known as the dilution or serial dilution formula, is very, very useful in preparing especially liquid solution of liquid chemicals in the chemistry lab. So C1 must be calculated, V1 also must be calculated. We already know what our C2 is, which is the 0.1 molar or most per dm cube of the acid solution that we want to prepare. Now V2 is the volume required. Okay, it can be of 1,000, 250, 500 or 2,000. It depends on the capacity of the volumetric flask that you want to use for the preparation. Now V2 goes in line with that. So if you want to prepare, let's say for example, a 1,000 cm3 of solution, you make use of the 1,000 volumetric flask, which is in line with your V2. Okay, because after you dilute the acid and distill water, it gives you this V2, which is the required volume. So in this case, we need to get some information. C1 can be calculated using the formula, so which is percentage assay times relative density times 1,000 divided by molar mass of the acid. Molar mass of acid. Are we together? So this is the formula we can use to calculate the C1, which is the initial concentration of the stock. Okay, so by calculation, C1 is equals to 11.6 mole per dm cube. So that is the concentration of the stock solution of hydrochloric acid. That is the one I am presently using in this lab. Okay, now in this case, how do you calculate your V1? Your V1 will be calculated when you make it to be the solvent of formula here. So V1 is equals to C2 V2 over C1. So in this case, my C2 is the required concentration, which is 0.1 times V2, which is 1,000, because I'm using the 1,000 capacity volumetric flask. Are we together? Divide by my C1, which I just told you, 11.6. Are we together? So by the time you calculate this, approximately you are going to have 8.6 cm3, which is the volume of the stock solution. So what you do next is you carefully use your measuring cylinder, obtain this very particular volume of the concentrated acid, which is the stock solution of the acid. Transfer it into a 250 ml containing water already. So while pouring the acid into water, be careful because the reaction is highly exothermic. So carefully, bit by bit, you transfer the whole acid into the 250 ml capacity beaker. So making sure that you rinse the measuring cylinder so that there will be no amount of acid remaining. So when you do that, you transfer it to the what we call the volumetric flask, the standard volumetric flask we are using the transfer funnel, and make sure that you do not exceed the mark, because on the standard volumetric flask there is a mark. Okay, this is the flask, this is the flask. So here there is a mark which you must not exceed. Okay, so you use the funnel to transfer the solution straight into the flask carefully with the aid of the rod. Are we together? So once you fill to this mark and it reaches this level, then transfer the solution into an aspirator bottle and store it for future use. And there you go. So that is how to prepare any liquid concentrated chemical in the chemistry lab, because you cannot use the highly concentrated form. You can see 11.6 moles per dmg is not an easy concentration. It is very, very high. So by the time you use this way, out of 11.6 we need just 0.1 mole. So how do you do that? How do you measure? How do you get that concentration? That is exactly what we just finished explaining here. So I hope you find it helpful, and I believe you are going to benefit a lot by subscribing to my YouTube channel for more videos, in case you have not. And you can also click on the bell for more notification about the new videos that I will be sending to the YouTube channel. So I hope you really appreciate. So thank you very much. So catch up with you next time until we meet again. Have a wonderful day, and bye bye.